All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here, bringing your daily horoscope for the 22nd of September 2021. We've got the moon moving through the middle degrees of Aries, and we have the sun at 29 degrees of Virgo until about noon, and it's going to move to 0 degrees of Libra. And as I'm looking over the chart and pondering how to talk about the astrological teachings for the day, I'll decide to share with you some things about my journey here. And when I started this channel, I wanted to do 1,000 days. This video is 999. Tomorrow's video will be 1,000. And this is a perfect example to talk about, as the sun here is at the 29th degree of Virgo, moving into Libra, and the moon is in the sign of Aries. This is about self. For the most part, for the first part, this is about self. This is a goal. You're setting a goal for oneself. Right, we just had this Pisces full moon. It's how big can you dream? How big can you think? And while the sun, all the energy, the point of illumination was in Virgo, this is about our acts of services. This is about how we give back to other people in the world. Yeah. You learn a lot about yourself when you set a goal. And you try to maintain it, you try to reach it. And I can wholeheartedly tell you, this 1,000 days, 999, it's just been over 1,000 days, because when I was just in Peru last week, I missed a couple of days. Anyway, or last month I missed a couple of days. Anyway, you know, there are things that change when we set our goal. When I first did this, I would write meticulously down each day. I would write each day out and say, okay, well, this is the aspects of this is the aspects of this. I said, no, this isn't how a conversation flows. You know, maybe it took 2 weeks of doing it that way. And I'd meticulously write everything out, and then I get frustrated at myself. Oh, I didn't say this, or I said this, but I forgot to say this, and I'd get frustrated at myself. You know, I'm a Virgo rising. And I learned it had to be a conversation for me. It had to flow. So although I was committed to doing something and set a goal for myself, I realized that the way that I had set it up wasn't the way that it was going to work. And I had to change my format, my formula, if you will. And then as the channel started to grow, you know, it wasn't a lot of followers here at the beginning. And I'm still small, you know, I'm still a small channel, and that's all right. But, you know, it was a goal for me. There was other people that have helped me out. One, Gregory Scott, daily YouTuber, really helped me out a lot. Kepacha, who I've met and worked with. Gregory I've chatted with as well. Rick Levine, you know, these are all people that put information out there. Rick and Kepacha are both astrologers. Rick puts out a monthly, he's my mentor. Kepacha as well puts out a weekly video, and then Gregory puts out daily tarot. And these individuals inspired me to turn around and do this and create positivity and give it back to other people. And though this was a goal for myself, ultimately, this is also something for others in the world, right? And to try to reach and to spread some sort of positivity. So although it was something for me, it's still something for you, yeah? So this is now the sun moving into Libra. Now, over the course of the 2.5 years, a little over 2.5 years of doing this, a lot of people have reached out in kindness and in constructive criticism, and teaching me how you want me to teach you astrology. And it was really interesting. Okay, so this is where we're going from the sun in the first 6 months of the year. This is all about self. The sun in the first 6 months of the year is all about self. The sun in Aries through Virgo is all about self. Now, we have to remember as well, Mars has also been in the first 6. Okay, so Mars is our planet of action. So this is all, this past year has really been all about self. Mars now just moving into the sign of Libra, the sun moving into the sign of Libra today. And if individuals here on this channel had it their way, I wouldn't be me. I'd be you. I couldn't be me because I would be doing what you want me to do, not doing what I'm feeling called to do. You know, the way that I read astrology or the way that I interpret a chart, the way that I read a square or whatever. You know, it's my own unique approach. It's my own unique perspective of the language that I've been taught, which is astrology. And everybody learns something differently, and I'm not upset for anybody reaching out and saying, hey, you know, do it like this, or don't be so wordy, or don't tell stories. You know, I remember somebody reaching out quite often telling me, like, stop telling stories and just say, you know, Mercury's our planet of communication, and it's squaring Venus, which is our planet of love. And, you know, it's just like, but that's you. That's your YouTube channel. That's your interpretation. That's how you want to read astrology. And this is how it comes through me. And to respect myself and to not lose sight of myself in trying to appease and to please you has been a challenge. It's been a challenge because ultimately I want to make you happy. I want to give you something that's, I can't, you know, I can't say that every day is every day. You know, is there something in this that's like, wow, eye-opening message? No, there might be something that's good in there, you know, but that's my goal, is to preach a positive message, if you will. And I hope that I do that. And I hope that I inspire somebody along the way. But I can't, you know, I can't be everything to everyone. And that's something that we need to learn, because we're going to be dealing with this energy. It's like we have our mindset here, that, you know, this moving from the sun in Virgo energy, the moon over in Aries here. This is about you and your goals. And now you're going to be going out into the world and sharing yourself with all these people and sharing your idea. And other people are going to take your idea and they're not going to see it as concrete. They're going to see it as Play-Doh. And they're going to try to mold your idea and make it, oh, well, if you're not the one that's backing this 100% financially, if you're not, you know, it's like, well, if they have a financial hand in it, they're going to have a financial say in molding your Play-Doh, you know. And then there's going to be days you want to quit. God, there was so many days I wanted to give up. I wanted to quit. I wanted to say no. Even today, I can tell you, 999 days into this, I'm out on the west side of the state. I've had the most exhausting summer of my life, hands down the busiest I've ever been, and I want to just go in my hotel room, sleep, maybe cry a bit. I don't know. There's all kinds of emotions coming up here with this Pisces full moon. And, you know, and it's pulling ourselves through. It's not giving up on ourselves, not giving up on the others. Setting our goal and reaching it. And even if we flub here and then, and every now and then, which will happen, it's about getting back up, picking ourselves up, and continuing to follow through. This is the moon in Aries. So now it's like we have this little bit of a glimpse, the moon in Aries, while the sun is in Libra. So it's like we're getting a foreshadow of the full moon that we're going to have. And the reason that I'm telling you this stuff about me and my journey through this is because we're all going through something quite similar to my journey in this channel. And I thank I thank each and every one of you for joining me along the way, as this has been a learning and growing experience for myself. You know, as much as it's hopefully been a you know, fun to learn astrology and join me every day as well. I'm very grateful and thankful. So, you know, we have this new journey ahead of us. Fixating our eyes on the goal. It might be different. It might be challenging. It might be outside of our comfort zone. To do something like this on the fly, to not have a script for a Capricorn Sun, Virgo rising, Cancer moon, very emotional person, you know, where it's just like, oh my God, to not read the comments, and to anybody that says anything wrong, you know, and I said something wrong or any dislike, you know, to feel the way, you know, it's so connected to stuff. It's a challenge. It was a challenge and struggle for me in certain ways. And to overcome those challenges and struggles has been so rewarding, eye-opening. It's been expansive. And this is a journey that we're all going on in our own unique ways, in different ways. And just like I started this journey 2.5 years ago, a little over 2.5 years ago, like I'm literally embarking on a new business, a new journey right now, and we all are. So that same sort of scariness, that same uncertainty, that same I'm stepping outside of comfort to do something that I could fail at. I could get mocked. I could be made fun of. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? We got to put ourselves out there though. And with this sun moving into Libra, we have to put ourselves out there. We have to connect with other people. We have to. With the moon moving through Aries right now, about to go into the sign of Taurus, this is about us, our own ambitions, our own will, moving into finances and our comforts and connecting with Uranus, which is, changing what we find comfortable. Where once I found reading a script and trying to memorize something comfortable, I find that so uncomfortable now that to sit down, to look at the chart and to have a conversation with you about it has grown to be something I quite enjoy. There's an organic naturalness to it. And it's something I prefer. So it's just like as we step into that unknown, as we step into that uncomfort, we learn how to, new territory. We learn new aspects about ourselves. We learn new ways that we overcome. And importantly, when connecting with the other, to not lose sight of self. And as Mercury is squaring Pluto, that's what this is also about. Not giving up on other people for our own selfish reasons. Because there are times, my friends, I'm telling you right now, I wanted to give up. Not because of you, because of me. Because I didn't think I had what it took. Because I didn't think I had it in me. Or am I doing something impactful? Is this enough? You know what I mean? Anybody can get on here and say, oh, we got Mercury square Pluto today. So we're going to question ourselves. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be difficult. But when we take ourselves out of the equation, when I wanted to give up, every time it was about me. It wasn't about you. It was about giving up on me because I didn't think I had enough. This is Mercury square Pluto in Capricorn. Know that you are enough. Know that you have enough strength inside of you to have those difficult conversations. You have that strength inside of you to be vulnerable, to talk with other people, to connect with other people. You have that strength inside of you to follow your dreams. You have that strength inside of you to stay focused on your goal and your prize, and no matter how much other people want to mold you and want you to be different, that you're going to follow through and be you, because that's what makes you happy. And that's the message that you want to preach. That's the message that you want to teach. And the more that you're comfortable being the garden, the flower, the field, the forest, the jungle, the more people are going to visit your field, your forest, your garden, your jungle. Day by day, my friends, I love you so much. Thank you for this expansive, amazing journey together. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever you are creating in the future here. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.